My mother flipped out after they found out I sent my sister's boyfriend some of her things after she passed away. Using a throwaway because my friends and cousins know my main account. I apologize if this gets too long. Background: my sister, Anne, and her boyfriend, Tom, had known each other since they started college and began dating during their third year. I watched them support each other through difficult times, and I also saw how they encouraged each other to grow, not only as a couple, but as individuals. Basically, they were really happy and great together. Because my sister and I were best friends, I also grew close to Tom and saw him as the brother I never had. We all lived in the same city near my parents. I lived at home, while Tom and Anne had a condo together. However, Tom ended up getting a great job across the country. They decided to sell the condo and move to the new city. Tom left earlier, and Anne stayed behind to finish up a contract and help pack and move the rest of their things once she was done. Present: before Anne moved, she suddenly passed away. Even now, I still do not know how to process her death. It took all of us by surprise, and without going into too much detail, I can only say that it was unexpected. Her death was a blur for everyone in our family. I think Tom took her death the hardest, though. He confided in me that he was planning to propose soon after she moved. When Tom flew home after Anne's funeral, he called me and asked if I could send him some of Anne's things. He was not demanding or anything, and he said that if it was a bother, he would understand. I thought that the things he asked for were pretty reasonable. He just wanted one of her stuffed animals. It was a matching pair, and he already had the second one. He also asked for her ring. They had purchased matching rings at a popular jewelry store, and it was not an heirloom or a wedding band type of thing. The last thing he asked for was a scrapbook that the two of them had been working on together. Tom said that he missed her a lot, and since they were in the process of moving, he regretted not having anything at home to remind him of her. I thought the request was reasonable. Besides, these were things they had purchased together. I sent them to Tom the next day and did not think anything of it. A few days later, I came home from work and found my mother sifting through Anne's things. She asked me if I had seen her ring since it was missing from her vanity. I told her about Tom's request and how I had sent it away. She immediately started to freak out. I had never seen my mother this angry before. She started yelling that it was not mine to give away and that I had no right to send Anne's things to other people. I got flustered and told her that even if I did not have the right to return it to Tom, it was not like she had the right to keep it either. This seemed to make her even more upset, and she just kept yelling about how Anne's things belonged at home. My dad had to calm my mom down, and I left the house for a few hours. It has been 2 days since then, and my mother has not spoken to me once. I am so confused, and I wonder if I did something out of line. Tom literally had nothing at his place that belonged to Anne. They were both adults, and technically Tom bought the ring for Anne. Did I act too quickly by sending the items to Tom? Final update: I wanted to say thank you to everyone who replied and sent me messages. I did not get a chance to reply to everyone, but I definitely read every response. Anyway, after my mom's initial outburst, I tried really hard to stay home and work things out. I knew in my heart that she was grieving, but even then, I could not take it anymore. Part of me felt like she was being selfish. She lost her daughter, but so did my father. I lost my sister, and Tom lost the woman he was supposed to spend the rest of his life with. My mother continued to be passive-aggressive, to the point where I felt she was just being cruel. For example, I was in the kitchen talking to my dad about whether or not we should unpack Anne's boxes. My mother turned to my father and said, "You ought to keep an eye on her in case she tries to pawn off more of Anne's things." As much as I loved my mother, I needed to take care of myself first. I ended up packing a few things and staying at a friend's house to cool off for a little while. Before I left, my father and I agreed that we should get the family into counseling, and he said he would talk to my mother while I was away. A few days passed, and my mother ended up calling me. I could tell that she had been crying, and she apologized. She admitted that it was irrational to try to keep all of Anne's things and that Tom had every right to Anne's mementos, especially since they were so personal to their relationship. She said that after I left, she realized that she was pushing away everyone around her and that she did not want to lose me too. I asked her why she was so fixated on the ring, and she said that since she saw and wear it every day, she wanted to wear it as a reminder of her. She said she felt kind of stupid, though, since it was a romantic gesture from Tom, and she really was not thinking clearly. My family has our first counseling appointment next week, and I am hoping that it will help us a lot. I also decided to take my mom to the store where Anne's ring came from so we could get our own matching rings. It will be a different style, but we are thinking about engraving Anne's name or birthday inside the band. I totally understand that everyone is hurting from Anne's death, and my mother is normally a very rational and loving woman. I have decided to move forward from this and forgive her. I have also been keeping in contact with Tom and trying my best to support him. I believe that he is also looking into getting counseling as well. Thanks again to everyone who offered their love and support. Oh, and for the few people who messaged me accusing my mother of trying to sell Anne's ring. I am not sorry to report that my family might be a little crazy, but we are not that dramatic.
Guys, I know I've said this before, but TikTok has started with their BS again, and my posts are getting removed. I'm afraid I may get another strike, and I can only receive up to 3 strikes before this account gets removed. I know some people probably don't like me doing this because they would rather just stay here and not move anywhere else, but I honestly have no choice. TikTok has left me with no other option. As I've said before, I do not want this account removed, and I do not want to lose all of my followers and the people who support this account. So, for the people who haven't subscribed yet, I need you guys to subscribe just in case this account gets removed. I really do not trust TikTok right now. I apologize to the people who don't like self-promotion, but if you haven't already, I need you guys to subscribe to my YouTube.